Testing 1, 2, 1, 2. Power on. Board functioning at 100%. Microphone detected. Storage accessible and ready to receive content. 3, 2, 1. Welcome to Spectrum Talks.
Hey! Welcome back to another episode of Spectrum Talks, everybody. Today I've got in the booth Riley, Brad, Matt, David, and Bobby, and some guy named Dieter. I don't know why he's here. He just showed up today.
Shots fired.
Where did these boys come from?
But today I think we're talking about our video podcast, No Edits, No Filter, and the history of On the Avenue, and kind of what both of those things are and where they came from. So,
did we press the record button this time?
I think we did. So a little background for that. We did about 5 minutes of this podcast already, and then Riley caught that I hadn't actually hit record. So here we are on take 2.
And how about that new intro music?
It's top notch. We're all, I think, really proud of it.
Thanks, Sarah.
Thank you to Sarah and Dieter and myself.
Yourself.
But big thanks to Sarah and Dieter.
Yeah, it was all created here in house, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, Dieter did the music, Sarah was the vocals, and I just put some effects on her voice at the end. So.
And Riley plays the invisible drums.
Exactly.
Well, I mean, you can't.
I know.
You can't not drum to that. Okay?
I know. That's awesome.
It's a good one.
I'm just saying, you're in our invisible band. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Band leader.
Well, it kind of doesn't help that I used to play either.
Right.
So.
Why'd you quit?
Why'd you quit? Yeah. Not enough time?
That, and I was getting ready to go to college. Well, college.
Right.
And
why do you put it in quotes?
Is it a technical school?
No, it was Lipscomb.
No.
Then it's actually college then.
No. I gone to a program similar to Ideal before Ideal was started.
Gotcha.
Which is a program over at Lipscomb University.
Yes.
Which is a college here in Nashville, Tennessee.
I'm actually probably about to change the topic again, but I've never been told what Ideal is, so can we go over that?
Yeah, what is the Ideal program, which is at Lipscomb, which is at a college in Nashville, Tennessee? You guys went. Tell me about it.
Yep.
Brad?
Yeah, so I would define it to be like a program for any students with disabilities that helps them enjoy their college lives as adults.
It's a 2-year program.
That's right, yeah.
And it helps with...
it helps you attend classes and internships.
Yeah, so kind of give you the college experience.
Yep, exactly.
Being on campus with other people. And
exactly like that.
I also kind of show you how to get prepped for like job interviews and
Yep.
Then they really push the internship stuff, so everybody gets to go work at different companies and
That's right,
see what that's all about.
I know IDEAL,
Okay.
the acronym stands for learn, because each letter in IDEAL.
Hey, Matt, I know the full name.
Yeah, me too.
It's Igniting the Dream of Education at Lipscomb.
Very cool.
Oh.
Dave, you got something to say?
Yes. One thing that I've experienced at high school, I didn't go to Lipscomb, by the way, but one thing they do is they send a recruiter over to try to get you to join the military. It's like a salesman, and they come by to see if they can persuade everyone to join the service. I didn't, of course. That's one thing that they might persuade you to do at either high school or college.
Right.
But don't even colleges do that in general, do they? They come to high school and have like a fair day where you can go.
Well, mine was, I know what he's talking about.
Right.
I was in, so my high school had this program called Career Center. It was like the one in Columbia where I grew up was like, I didn't realize this, but I guess it was fairly advanced for a career center.
Right.
It got like a bunch of grants or something. And so it was like all these laboratories, and like, you know, we had one that was digital media, and so they had the whole Adobe suite, and then like robotics, they had a robotics lab, and it was to like give you little tastes of lots of different careers, so you can find out what you want to do.
Cool.
And I was in Career Center class one day, and Mr. Swope, who was teaching, I was doing it's not important, micro robotics, but it's obviously not what I ended up doing, so it doesn't matter. I was in class, and he said we were gonna have a special guest, and like 3 army dudes in like full garb, minus their weapons, but like armor and everything, came in and like, you know, saluted and did all the stuff. Like, it was a whole show. And then they talked about how great the military was, and then at the end they were like, all right, we're gonna pass out these forms if you want to join up. And it was like, that's what this whole thing has been a sales pitch.
Cool.
What they forget to tell you is people are going to fire back on you, not with fake bullets. I'm talking real bullets.
Yeah, but it's not all bad. I was an Army or Air Force brat, but my sister did the whole thing. The Army or Air Force paid for her medical. She became a doctor, all on their dime.
Mm-hmm. I have a lot of friends who were in my Blackbird class who were coming off of served in the military for 5 years, and now they're going to pay for all their education.
And then I have a good friend. He was an intern of mine years ago, but he ended up, they pay you to be in college, and so he saved every dime they gave. He lived off, you know, next to nothing during college. Mm-hmm. Got out of college and had $40,000 in the bank. Jeez. No college kid does that, you know.
Yeah.
Then he did the full college, so he's instantly an officer. So he has to go in and give service back. So he's already ahead of a group of people just because he's done the schooling.
Right.
And then he worked it out. He was over at an air base nearby, but he ended up moving up because there just was lack of personnel. So next thing you know, he's a sub-commander. Then they ship him over to Afghanistan.
Matt?
They send him over to Afghanistan, and he ends up getting war pay, which he's good at saving money.
Right.
You know, so I mean, this kid is, you know, like 30 years old and has more stuff than I'll ever have just because he was doing it right and I'm not doing it right.
Right.
I'm so proud of him. You know,
that's crazy.
And he's, you know, been in 20 years now. And he's about to get out and get full benefits. And,
right,
you know,
right,
so
right.
My point is, being in the military can be, you know, and I know, yeah, you do sometimes if there is a war going on, it can be, you know, become bad and not be the greatest of things. But
well, I wouldn't say bad, scary, sure.
Well, no, I mean I've known some people get hurt and stuff.
Right.
You know.
I'm just saying I wouldn't call it bad to serve in the military.
No, right. No, I'm saying bad things could happen as a result. But,
right.
You know, but if we definitely don't have wars going on there, I think it's a great avenue to go for a lot of people too, especially if you're unfocused and don't really know what to do. That's free college. They're going to give you. They're going to teach you something. You know, if you're overweight like me, it's probably a great way to lose weight because they're going to get you out there moving and running and.
Right.
You know, so I think I've seen a lot of people shape up and become adults real quickly.
Being with the students that I was with at Blackbird, one of my it's not even a regret. Just if I could go back and do things differently, I would do the serve for a few years and get college paid for.
Right.
Because it would have changed a
You
lot.
still do it. So.
I mean, I went through my schooling already.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Keep doing it.
Will they pay off student debt?
Well, they'll pay you money and you pay it off. So we had Mr. Tyler Scanlon.
I'll be back in a few years.
Yep, that's right.
Hello, Comrade Scanlon.
Hello. He's not a comrade. He's an American.
Me too.
Well, then why are you using Russian terminology?
Well, Hey-o! Well, I watched a video to counteract your point. Technically, Karl Marx's idea of communism was actually what we're still using today. Look it up. There was a video.
I know about Marxism. We are not in Marxism.
Well, technically, we're not. We're
Right.
not.
So.
But some of his principles, like education. I'm sorry, I watched a video.
So we have schools, so we're in Marxism?
Right.
No, I'll show you. I'm not. No, it's.
I watched a video that said we didn't go to the moon, so there you go. And I watched a video that said we're on a flat Earth.
I mean, I'm just George Washington made the law that you can't put fake stuff on the internet.
That's right.
So I read it on the internet.
That's right. Anyways, Tyler Scanlon's in the room. He's what was it? You dress better than 90% of all NASCAR drivers.
NASCAR drivers, yeah.
Yeah, I love it.
It's good. Oh, topic. We're talking about the history of No Edits, No Filter, and On the Avenue, but really we've just been talking about why military education might be good.
Yeah.
Do you guys want to talk about all the ins and outs of military military equipment.
No, we're going to talk about no edits.
No, we don't want to be
filter.
talking about airplanes this whole time, man.
That's right. We're going to talk
You're
about no
fine.
edits, no filter. So,
Yeah, let's.
Dave, what is no edits, no filter?
You know, we had a quiet challenge for you, man.
Yeah,
But
Yeah.
you failed it.
That's right.
We didn't mention it at the
Shots
start of the
fired.
second
I failed.
recording.
That's right.
Shots fired.
Apparently,
You asked me that
each
already.
But he
hour-
lasted 5 minutes, so that
I will admit I'm impressed.
was impressive.
Matt challenged me apparently. So
Right.
I won
lost
that.
it.
Yeah, I won that run.
Yes, you did. But now you can talk, Brad. It's okay.
Yeah.
So, Dave,
But
tell us
you
about
broke
no
your own
edits.
rule though. Because you talked earlier.
Okay. Dave's up. He's going to tell us
You
about no
asked me
edits.
already.
Yeah, but somebody didn't press the record
That's
button earlier.
me.
Oh, okay.
So, what is no edits, no filter?
Okay. No edits, no filter is something that's held on Fridays, which used to be held on Wednesdays. It is when people speak their minds, candidly. There's no editing and no filtering.
So Matt cusses people out sometimes.
Oh. Okay, I've learned that mistake.
Shots fired.
I know. I just can't. We're gonna cut that out.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a place where we just kind of all speak our mind and we videotape it. And
One of my newsletters was addressing that. Never do that in front of camera.
right.
So
know,
yes.
Matt cursing and Riley screaming.
That's
Are
right.
you guys gonna hold this forever? What about if I held something to you?
You can. That's all.
Go
good.
for it.
I'm
That's
not.
that's
I
what
don't
Josh
want to
is.
because it's not the right thing to do.
Right.
Well, that's your problem then.
There you go.
I would
Well, you
I
don't
would
know me
argue that
very
it's
well.
not right
So
or
how can you make your assumptions on hypothetical opinions if you don't know me very well? So therefore, you can't assume because assuming it's not great. So
Okay. Cool. It's all good.
we
Welcome
can
I
go.
don't need to assume this conversation has answered it for me.
There you go.
Welcome
It
to
has.
Spectrum Talks, where Matt goes off on people.
That's right. Grudge match level 7.
No, I just no. It would be so funny if there. You know the show Gordon Ramsay where he just roasts people on chefs and stuff. That would be me.
Hell's Kitchen?
Hell's Kitchen.
Hell's
yeah.
Kitchen.
Yeah, just me. I wanted this.
Or we could just all have swords and have a fight to the death, and the last person gets the podcast.
Exactly.
There you go. Call it
What
Harry.
kind of swords now?
That's up to y'all.
How about a joust?
That's right, joust. That was my college.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would go to the game center every day and just spend $20-$30 in quarters because I had to master what do you call it? Max out the machine. It
Yep.
took me 3.5 years,
Nice.
but that was my college
That's good.
playing joust.
Yep.
So explains a lot.
It explains a lot.
It explains a lot.
Wait, a video game joust?
Yeah, video game joust, old school.
I didn't know that was a video game name. All right.
Yeah, you flew little ostriches, and you had to stay. The ground was fire, so you could never hit the ground. And then you'd always have to land on top of these other things and knock eggs out, and then go catch the eggs.
My dad used to settle, at his college, he used to settle arguments by playing the multiplayer light bike race on Tron.
Yeah.
And, like, whoever won was, like, if they couldn't decide who won
Right.
the argument, go play Tron, and whoever wins won the argument.
Cool.
So,
Guys, want to talk about the main subject?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was that again?
The main
No
subject.
edits.
No, I know, man. I'm joking. It's
Yeah, I know.
no, it's no filter. So we have gone off subject several times.
go for
already.
it. You brought us
So,
back. Talk
well,
about it.
I sort of was hired for, let's say, for Riley and Brad here. Alexander was here. Braden,
Not me. Different one.
Williams, and a guy named Joel Wilson. Tom was here, and a guy named Adam Livingston.
Obviously.
And another person named Lauren was also here, working here. Now, I was working over there.
Well, the
Well, we
listener's
don't
not
see
going to know what over there
I was
is.
working at Woodard Brothers. Essentially, boxes were, well, I can't really disclose a lot of things about that, but
So, Woodard Brothers is a packaging company.
Packaging company.
Fulfillment company.
totally not. It's legal Smeagol here.
What are we talking about?
Yeah.
Okay, but that's me joking.
Yeah, I'm gonna be so confused when I get to editing this.
Yeah, so are the listener.
Are we not supposed to talk about Woodard Brothers?
No, we're fine. I don't know what Matt's coming up with.
Oh,
I'm joking.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. It's an inside joke. I'll tell the guys off camera.
Not on camera.
Off camera.
Maybe off mic then.
That's
Off
right.
mic,
There
off
you go.
Behind the scenes?
Yes.
All right.
Off camera. What the heck?
So anyways.
Off mic.
When I became video editing here, you know, the Matt Show was created. And, you know, that was very successful. So where No Edits, No Filter came in is Tom was in the development of... I remember attending meetings in Tom's office, and he was writing all these ideas of how it would be really cool to have a podcast of all disabilities, people with all disabilities. And, you know, I contributed, and I did some of the paperwork for the first episode of No Edits, No Filter. You know, actually, those documents are floating around somewhere with my name on it.
They'll probably put them on the server somewhere.
Yeah, but I had a part in working on that, and, you know, to see No Edits to become what it's become today, it's been an amazing process. Just to think, just a couple years ago, this place has totally changed from what it was, and I think it's a good thing, and I think we're going in a good direction.
Yeah, it's a work in progress.
Now I'm going to hand the mic to my good friend and roommate, Brad.
There you go.
That's me.
That's you. Yeah.
So that means you talk, Brad.
Yeah.
So, hey, Brad, what do you do for No Edits?
I have mostly edited it. Yeah, but I do also
Oh, so
Wait,
No Edits
what?
gets edited?
what?
Well, you
What?
just,
I didn't
edited
hear
talking.
that. You're making things up.
He just asked what you do for No Edits, and you say you edit it.
I didn't hear
and,
that.
And chime in on the podcast as well.
yeah.
Well, which as well as my new last name as well.
It is edited somewhat, so we take off the dead space on the front and on the back.
You know, Tom hates it when we admit that.
Right, but it is. But what I think what we mean by no edits, no filter, it's an unfiltered conversation
Pretty much.
about
The
whatever.
the integrity of the conversation is not touched.
True.
Of course, I would say we would only edit the begin and the end.
Yeah, and then we have multi-camera, so you have to edit the cameras together.
Yeah.
So that's where the editing, and then we have to edit the audio to the video. So there is editing.
Yep.
But it's not.
Just
It's not. We're not editing the conversation.
Right.
We don't edit things out.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Unless somebody has a big tantrum and berates another person.
Shots fired. Shots
I
fired.
didn't call any
That's what I would
names.
do.
It's all good.
Still,
Yeah.
I'm calling. Still, I'm firing shots.
That's right.
Where's that remote? Right.
That's right.
Where is that remote?
Matt, don't leave Alex hanging.
Oh, here.
Yeah. So we're having hugs.
Whoa.
Hugs in the
Whoa.
booth here. So
What?
I didn't say anything. Yeah. So On the Avenue is a work in progress. It's partial. We have Woodard Brothers, which is kind of like an ad agency where we create content for clients. On the Avenue is kind of a school scenario where we learn stuff. We have individual projects that we try to learn through those, and we have teachers that kind of help guide forward. And then we have Woodard Brothers. I'm sorry, Westwood Avenue is the ad agency. Woodard Brothers is the packaging and fulfillment. And
Getting
the guy-
old, Dieter?
and the guys can go over there and work a little. Well, there's a lot of W's.
Point.
Woodard, Westwood, So, but anyways, yeah. So it's a good community of guys, and we're all learning how to communicate better and hang out together and learn together and cry together and laugh together and
Live together.
live
Die
together.
Learning
Die
how to be
together.
respectful. on
Share a
camera.
meal.
Yeah.
Ride
Die
together,
together.
die together.
Ride, die together. Yeah. What's up,
Think
Riley?
together.
I will say, my favorite part of the week is finding out where we're gonna eat before we shoot No Edits.
Yeah. So on Fridays we kind of do a group, go out to lunch.
It is
kinda
a good
thing.
vibe. It's a small thing,
Yeah,
but
it
the
is.
act of like where are we gonna eat is definitely
Yeah.
ooh, where are we gonna go?
Yeah. So, Tyler, you have anything to add?
About
Life.
life.
Yeah.
Tyler's last home game is
As we
next
knew it.
Thursday.
Oh, this Thursday?
Yeah.
That's right. We're gonna try to get a group to go.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that. You guys know more than I do.
Oh,
I don't-
hey, put me down for a ticket.
Okay.
So are we gonna go like shirtless and have like
Scanlan.
TYLER? Everybody stand
Scanlan
up
Colt
Yeah,
across the chest.
I don't want to go full Luke shoulders.
Right.
Right?
He's a guy at Lipscomb that absolutely loves basketball.
Right.
Riley's been sitting behind my parents for the past couple games.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, I was behind him for homecoming too?
I think again, yeah.
Huh. Because I was in front of Murphy's grandmother.
Maybe they have magnets.
They said they saw you again. You were right next to him.
Oh.
Yeah.
Maybe they
Stalker.
Yeah, but he's not the one stalking them. I think they're the ones stalking him.
Right.
Could be.
No,
He doesn't know where they're at.
Get,
Right.
They know where he's at.
He's
though.
there to
Well,
get
and-
eyewitness accounts
That's
for the
right.
shrine.
Following him home.
Okay, the whole backstory with me in Belmont is, yes, I went to Lipscomb and was cultured to hate them, but for one season and one season alone, I'm a Bruin fan. Next season, I'm gonna have to pull a Coach K and
Switch sides.
You know you can
Change
like
team.
you can like any team. There's no rule that
Yeah.
says you can't.
I mean,
It's fun to be a fan though.
yeah.
Of certain teams.
I'm changing topics. So Dave, you had a date the other night and went to dinner. Where'd
Yeah,
you go
I
to
did.
dinner?
I meant to ask.
Oh, that was
Yeah.
a Chinese restaurant.
So you went Chinese. I knew for a minute there it might swap up. Cool.
How was it? Have fun?
It was until it came time to pay the bill.
That is a mood with Dave.
Well, I was fine. The person I was dating with wasn't.
Right.
She either had no money or not enough.
Okay.
So I actually helped pay for her dinner. And the restaurant, fortunately, was, gracious enough to, let it go by, overlook it.
Okay. Cool. Yeah.
Well, it's because she wasn't keeping track of her bank account.
Gotcha.
She wasn't keeping an eye on it.
Gotcha.
That'll do
that's
it.
important. You gotta kind of. You ain't got the money, you can't go out.
Mhm.
And I know you guys
Well,
are
I
good
mean,
at
there's
that.
Right.
On some Fridays, some of you say I have to stay in because I ain't got the money to go eat, and I'm proud of you for that.
I make sure to always check my bank account before I'm going out somewhere,
Yeah.
just so I know, do I have enough money for gas? Do I have enough money
Yep.
to get lunch?
That's smart.
But
Okay.
call me old school, but
Old
there's
school.
Thank you guys. But if you're on a date, at least offer to pay for hers.
Right.
So, which sounded like
That's
you
what
did
you did.
that.
So-
Or just give her the bill.
Yeah, give her the whole bill.
You just
Then
gotta look at her and be
No.
like silently like, are you gonna challenge
That's
this?
right. Then you know
just
it's
slide
love.
it
She's
over.
paying the bill. You're all good. Then you go bigger next time.
I will say that while that is
I was trying to. I was just trying with it. With
You
this
are
past-
correct.
Yes.
It's nice.
I'm gonna speak to this too though. I think that as a general rule, yes, you should. But it also depends on the situation too. Like I dated this girl when I was in early college and she knew going into it I had like no money.
She was from Canada and you wouldn't know her, right?
No, she was from my high school. But
Shut it, Dieter.
she was rather well off. And so typically it ended up that she would actually pay for most of the dates. I would try to, and then she would just get upset because she knew I shouldn't really be doing that anyway.
Right.
So I think part of it depends on your situation, but yes, the gentleman's thing to do is to offer to pay for the dinner. Which I did, and then she'd say, no, I'm going to do
Right.
it. And then
Right.
that's that.
Could be you're dating an extreme feminist.
No, I was dating someone who was the daughter of a
There's always Dine and
CEO
Dash,
of a
too,
bank. So, what?
Yeah.
Dine and Dash, you could always do that.
Yeah.
I'm very
Any
direct.
buffet, man.
And then it was in college, and I'm normally the one to be the quick thinker, but a bunch of us went out to Tony Roma's, which was a rib place. All you could eat ribs, and Next thing you know, somebody has to go to the bathroom. And next thing you know, another person goes to the bathroom. And next thing you know, another person goes to the bathroom. And I'm usually the one thinking about this kind of stuff. And next thing you know, I'm the only one at the table.
No.
The waiter comes up and hands me the bill, and I'm just like, oh crap, everybody's gone. It was like 20 some odd people.
Dang.
So they kept an eye on me, but I jumped up and ran. So it was like, I wasn't going to get stuck with that.
Right. You see that? It's like you see those videos of somebody orders, oh, excuse me. Somebody orders McDonald's and then somebody like runs between the car and the pickup window and just snatches McDonald's.
Oh, that's funny. I haven't seen that one.
Yeah.
One time I thought I paid for some lunch at a Chinese buffet.
That's true.
Oh,
Yeah.
I remember that. We all went out. And
Yeah, you
Matt
know.
tried-
Moral of the story. Moral of the story. Make sure you pay.
I remember it when we
Even
were
if you
at
have a
Athens
friend
too.
that sometimes pays for your lunches,
Oh,
make sure you
when
pay
you
for
first
your
came
lunch.
on?
Yeah, my first lunch out with you guys.
Lesson learned.
It was my first day and my first lunch out with you guys, and Matt just got up from the table at Athens, and Dieter was like, "What are you doing?" And he was like, "Aren't you paying?"
Right. But that's what happened at the Chinese restaurant. 'Cause I pay a lot of times, but
Right.
this one day we just all decided to pay individually. Matt was talking, not paying attention, and I wasn't paying attention that he hadn't paid. So we all kind of get up after paying, and we're walking out the door, and
Sir, you forgot
all these little Chinese dudes come running up to Matt and tackle him, and
Tackle me.
I would have loved
you
to
know
have seen
pay,
You
you
know
know.
pay.
And
I would
Matt-
have loved to have seen
They
that.
didn't tackle me.
And then Matt was getting all upset because he thought he was, going to jail. I'm like, dude, it's okay. Just pay the bill. They don't care.
Right.
You know, he thought it was.
Moral of
easy.
the story.
Pay your bill.
Pay your bill.
Of course, this is the first I've heard of it.
Right.
True. Were you not there that night? It was Doug. It was Doug, and who else?
Well,
Who's
the real
Doug?
moral of the story is make sure you got enough to pay the bill.
True.
Right.
Very cool.
We don't have an outro yet, so see you guys next episode.
See ya.